right.
Is this part 2?
Yeah, part 3. Part 2 of that one though. No,
Oh, okay.
no. So I had just got my license and was hanging out down there at JC Park, which that was a big thing then too.
Oh man.
You know, and this guy was like, "Hey man, let's go play basketball, shoot some hoops in Valley with some of those guys down there. And there's probably some hot chicks we could hang out with." So we go down there, we start playing, and this uh these girls invite us over to the house there, and he goes in the room with her and stuff. Have I told you this story?
I don't think you have.
Oh my god. He's in there like fooling around with this girl. And I was raised, I don't want to say goody good, but
Catholic priest over there.
Might as well been, in the Baptist type of
You had you go in the bathroom and start throwing holy water over
you. They tell you
so.
you're going to go to hell for even just thinking about that stuff, So I even thinking of sex put you in a bad place. But so this he's in there hanging out with this girl and doing stuff with her or whatever, I guess, and this girl, her friend, says to me, "Hey, you want to see my room?" And I was gullible, stupid, man. I just got my license, 16. So we go to her room. I sit on her bed, and I'm like, "Yeah, this is, like an average girl's room." And I was like, "Yeah, this is nice, I guess, and because they were roommates or something." And I look over, she's taking her clothes off, and I start crying. She's like, "What's wrong?" I said, "I ain't going to hell over you." Like that was awesome.
Did you go out running screaming?
I was like, "I ain't going to hell over you." I'm sorry. She goes, "What?" I go, "I'm sorry. I don't do that." I said, "Can we just?" I was like, "Can we just calm down and like sit and talk?" So she's sitting there beside me, and I'm like, phew. And she goes, I look over and I see a picture of her and this guy we went to school with that would beat the hell out of a guy, always in trouble, Heck, that he went to juvie I don't know how many times when we were in school. And I look over and I see his picture and I go, "Oh, is that your brother? Or are you related to him, cousin, friend?" She goes, "Oh no, that's my boyfriend." I was like, she goes, "It's all right, he's at work and stuff." And I'm like, "Thank God,"
You say, "Well,
And all of a sudden, the door, I hear this, bang, 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 And I'm like, "What the heck?" And he's like, "What's this door locked for?" And I'm like, "Oh crap, it's him." And I'm like sitting there like praying. I'm like, "God, if you can just disappear, make me disappear right now." Like I was like, I'll never talk to a girl again, whatever kind of thing. And so I go in and sit on the couch, and she unlocks the house door, He's like, "What the hell? Why is this thing locked?" She's like, "I don't know. She must have accidentally locked it." And so he's like, "Oh," and so he sits down. He's eating a sandwich at the table because he's on his lunch break of an evening. He worked night shift.
Did she have you in a room?
Huh?
Did she have you in a room hiding you, or is she just...
No, I'm sitting on the couch in the living room, and I'm like, "God, I hope he just he doesn't see me." He's sitting there eating this, he just he didn't even pay attention that
That's what I was saying. How did he not know you were there?
He walked right past me sitting on the couch, because we went in, I'd sit down, and she'd open the door, and he goes into the kitchen. He sits there, and the kitchen's opened up where you can see, and he's sitting at the table, and he's like, and he looks over and sees me. He goes, "Oh, hey, Thaddeus." I go, "Oh God, he sees me," She goes, "You know him?" And he goes, he goes, "Yep." And she goes, "And you ain't worried about him sleeping with me?" And this is the funniest thing, man. He goes, "Bitch, he ain't gonna sleep with you. He'd go to hell." I was like, "Thank you, God."
You went there throwing that holy water all over you, splashing you in there? Yeah. Got garlic over you,
And then all of a sudden, Frank, the guy I went with, walks out. And when he walks out, he sees him. He goes, "But that motherfucker," and we're like, "We gotta go."
See you later. Get out of here.
And then I get back, and they've locked my car in JC Park. And my dad had told me that day, he's like, that car better be in the driveway by such and such when I get up in the morning, you know. And I was like, oh shit. And this is no joke, bud. I was more scared of my dad than the cops. I was gonna drive that sucker right through that fence if I had to get that car home. And Frank calls and tells the Gale brothers,
Oh
and they
yeah.
come and let me out. They go, all you had to do was call us.
Get out here,
Yeah,
boy.
yeah. And I pushed the car in my driveway, but I no joke. I shut the car off and rolled it down, and it stopped right at my driveway. I had to push that little tempo into our driveway. And Dad got come home the next day, and he goes, "I know you think you're getting away with this, sucker. Let me just tell you right now, that car wasn't." I said, "Dad, I promise you this. I'll never go anywhere ever again." Like I was like, "The school it is. That's it." Because I was scared to death, after that night. And I was like, "I mean it, man." And he goes, "Oh, I know." And I was like, "You know?" Well, because them Gale brothers had freaking called my dad and was like, "Your boy was trying to drive through the fence," like, they'd tell on us, man.
Kids don't even do that anymore. We were playing I call hide and go seek with them because you'd sit around town, different places, and they'd come looking for you to run you
Yeah.
off. So you go there, and you hear because the car, the old Crown Vic, squeak, 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 and it's them on duty. I remember sitting somewhere and Dean and Josh would come by. Well, 11:45. I still remember the time. It was 11:45. The other guys would come 11:15, 11:45. It varied. Maybe it's 10:45 when time changed, but they'd come by and say, "Well, we don't care about it, but such time we're going off duty. They're coming off duty, so you need to be preparing where to be or move around." So we'd always hear, and it never failed for it. Save a lot of their park. Squeak, 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 and we would always be outrun them. But at one point they'd shine their spotlight on it. "They don't want you sitting here," or they get on the loudspeaker, "Get out of here."
Yeah.
It's
Well,
Then
I think
I'd walk up to
Orleans.
him. I'd brave up, walk to him, and say, "Hey, man, what's going on?" "I don't want you sitting here." It's like, "I'm getting ready to leave. Don't worry about it." Start chit-chatting. He said, "Get him out of here." I was like, "Me? Get him out of here? You get him out of here."
Well, me and Stephen Tillett, he passed away, but me and him, there in Orleans, we played basketball till I don't 3 o'clock in the morning. They came and told us they were going to arrest us if we didn't get off the court. And I was like, because it was win by 4, man. And I don't even remember what the score was, but neither one of us could get the 4 points. We'd get 2 up on the other guy, 2 up on the other guy, 2 back and forth, 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 and couldn't get that game finished. And we played, and he was like, the cop kept coming by, going, "Listen, if I see you here again," he'd come back. He'd come back. We'd still be playing. And yeah, I don't even know if we ever even finished that game because he finally got out of the car. He had the club. He's like, "No, listen to her. I said, go home."
Get that bowling club back in the day.
Yeah. But yeah, that you saying that about that. One thing I miss, man, is the square. How that people used to set when you drive around the square. There'd be guys setting.
Well, there'd be two different clans there.
Yeah.
Not say clans, but there'd be the people set there was different than the people set over at the parking lot or the park and everything.
Yeah, but these would be sitting there and
Mm-hmm.
just talking and whatever, and they shut that down. People wasn't allowed to be sitting on the square
Yeah, it
anymore.
kind of ended too. You know what I mean?
I don't know, man. They started running them off.
That's what I'm
man.
saying. It kind of ended. It's
but it. I get what they were back then, but looking at it back now, I don't think that was even necessary. Like I think we would have been just fine with that. That was to me what kept the community together.
Yeah, I mean,
that's like that area right now in town. There, I'm thinking that would where that building tornado, they need to have that cleared down, and put some picnic tables there, and have food trucks, an area for food trucks to hook up right there. And I think that would make a big difference.
Like you say, you don't see people around or in town, and I mean, Of course, a lot of them's died off. I mean, died off and gotten older.
What was his name?
But
That was the boxer that used to ride the bicycle everywhere.
Davy Burns, he's a character.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's old Davy. He'd pedal that bike from Livonia to town and back, full of groceries. I remember having a dog in there too. He'd carry, but I don't remember that. But
yeah, him. And
yeah, with Thunder and Lightning, old Thunder Harris and Lightning Harris.
Yeah, and then Jim Owens.
Jimmy.
Died. By Dodd. Yep. And
he took a small block Chevy and put it in the back of a pickup truck by himself.
So did Ben Smothers. I saw Ben Smothers do it. He goes,
crazy strength.
I'm going to just put that right up in there. You know, it's that Butel family that just those boys can.
Dude, that's some weird strength, man. Whatever happened to Ben Smothers? He's still around?
Yeah. Oh yeah. He works at the school over there at Orleans.
Really?
Yeah, he's custodian. But
I didn't know he's anywhere around.
Yep, I just saw him not too long. He posted a picture of himself on Facebook with all his Hooter women. You know, he cracks me up, man. I grew up with him.
Yeah, we talked to him in I don't know how long.
But yeah, he's like, good money, man. You know, good money.
His dad was a character too.
Oh, do I have a deal for you?
Do I have a deal for you?
Yeah.
I got these pocket knives, whatever he's trying to sell.
Oh yeah, yeah. And Doughboy's what they called him. You know, his motorcycle name. And yeah. Oh yeah. And Ben, I love Ben because Ben would say, my daddy this, you know, my daddy that. And he did, you know.
Yeah, he had that walk too.
Yeah.
He walked, yeah.
Do you remember, or did you ever even see this when Smothers, his dad,
he could sing them country hits too, man.
Oh yeah, I love to hear him sing though. But no, when he pulled that flatbed trailer, him and Bodie Hartness pulled that flatbed trailer in front of Walmart and had a concert in the front of Walmart parking lot. When you walked in, they were out there singing those.
Out in the parking lot?
Yes! Bud, it sat right there in front of where those, I said Coke, used to be Coke machines out there. Ain't no Coke machines there now.
Do you remember they had that group come in and sit by where the deli is now and play the old folk music or whatever?
Oh, yeah, when it had...
Pete Webb do it, and then Kurt Moon and all of them.
Man, our Walmart smelled horrible when they had that Subway in there, though. It was always like onion.
Smelled horrible anyway. What are you talking about?
Yeah. I have people always coming to me saying, good God, they'd see our Walmart because they stripped the floor in there, and everybody was like, what is this? You know, is this Tractor Supply or what is this? You know,
Tractor Supply 2.0.
Yeah, 2.0. Yeah, yeah. Well, like Bob was even saying in that, on that podcast, Walmart used to have the smiley faces and everything else. It ain't none of that now.
They used to have fish. I used to go around when I was a kid and hit the tank, see if the fish would move.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Then they used to have a thing where you could check.
How about the lobsters? Remember when they had the lobsters? Yeah. I don't know that Paoli's did.
I couldn't remember. It had to be early on if they did.
But I know Corden and Bedford, or not Bedford, but Corden did.
I think it was Walmart used to have those coupon things you could pull out. You keep snatching about 5 or 6 of them till they run out.
How about the French bread they used to have? That big old long, oh God, that was good.
Then you could go there if you in the parts part and look up the price and what all they cost and all that stuff, or what you're looking for.
Yeah, go up there.
Stuff ain't the same anymore, man.
But I remember going, this week there's going to be Thanksgiving, but Black Friday shopping. Went and there was
I missed old Black Friday shopping.
The real Black Friday. They don't do that now. It's not even worth it anymore, man. Everything you can buy online before whatever.
Well, that and
they've taken the fun out
of it. They have it different days. I used to like going. Of course, they'd have. Yeah. I'd like going so early, just look at the people in line, just waiting around in line or looking for stuff.
Ridiculous people in line.
I mean,
but I went the last time I went. I remember there was a guy. He was in one of them electric carts, and everybody was behind him, and I wasn't standing. Like I wasn't. We would just went around and walked whatever, and come find out there wasn't even a line. He was like, the line's behind me, you know, and everybody was standing behind him, and it was wrapped around the daggone store, and because people thought that was the line to leave, and it wasn't. He was just. I went up and walked out. Like I mean, this paper, and I was like, they were like, is there something going on back there? You know, I was like, well, yeah, there ain't. I mean, everybody's behind that guy in that wheelchair. Like,
Yeah, people don't do that stuff anymore. That used to be the fun part of it. No, I just ordered online.
you grab something, and an old lady give you a look like she wanted you to die.
That's the last one I had. I don't
Yeah.
care if it's the last one you had or not. It's mine.
Yeah, yeah.
Or what I do sometimes is put the wrong DVD or whatever thing
Yeah,
in the wrong thing, so they'd go up there and it's percent off. It wouldn't be.
yeah, yeah,
Who did that? Who
Yeah.
was it?
yeah.
It wasn't me.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah. DVDs. God, man, I've still got.
I still have a bunch. I just.
And I'm still buying them, even I shouldn't. Yeah, I still buy some.
Well, I
every
mean, I'll
once in a
buy
while.
if it's the rare ones. I'll still buy, but
Yeah, but I can't help it, man. There's a few of them out there that you know, like Ready to Rumble. I have.
heck, I still buy VHS tapes if I want to.
What?
If it's a rare, I'm saying like rare ones, like
Yeah.
one of a kinds. I don't
Your
buy them.
VCR still works?
Yeah, one still works. Two of them. One I have put away just in storage in case.
Just in case.
Yeah, because it don't do anything. I just buy. It's cheap. I bought it. I was like, well, if this one blows up, I have.
I knew. Well, I'm laughing because that's the kind of shit that I would do.
But that one simply just plug it in. I mean, it'll plug. I mean, it's nothing.
Yeah, but
Too
my
fancy.
but my luck though, you put that in and it wouldn't work. You know what I mean? Be like, well, shit. You know, this thing didn't work this whole time, and I've had.
Well,
it
I was out there and I seen all these VCRs. And I was like, it don't work. It's so cheap. Take it home, it works. I was like, I might put it away. It probably won't work by the time I get around using it, but
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, it works
yeah.
when I put it up.
Like oil in it or something's dried up. I don't know.
Just sit there
Yeah.
and play like an old
It's
starter.
about like
car.
me and record players. I'll buy an old record player and I'll think, oh yeah, I'll use this later. Go to plug it in. The whole thing. I had one like that just recently. I'd had this record player for, I don't know, 5 years or something, and I finally was like, you know what? I'll get that out of the box and finally plug it in because my other one was kind of, you know, and that daggone thing didn't even work.
Now, did you used to have one of them big old boom boxes back in the day? With them tall, big, wide boom boxes?
No,
Stereos?
but I wanted one. Man, I wanted one bad.
We never had the real big, tall ones, but we had the little, big boom boxes. But, man, you got one of those, people thought you were cool, real cool.
Oh, yeah.
Because they had cassette and CD.
Oh, no. How about 8-track?
Well, I ain't that old. But
I had a floor model that had the 8-track.
Yeah, we had one. Well, I don't
Stick,
know if I had one or one of the relatives had one, but I remember seeing one.
one of my things I was so proud of, and then it got ruined. But I had Leonard Skinner 8-tracks and stuff, like like.
Leonard Skinner, no Elvis Presley, 8-tracks.
Oh yeah, I had that too. Yeah, some Elvis Christmas or something. I don't.
Honk, burn love.
Yeah. No, it was Blue Christmas.
Blue Christmas.
Yeah.
That was 1967 Elvis.
Oh,
Blue Christmas, baby.
Oh, God.
Come on over here.
I always love when you see stuff where they're trying to say that he was still alive and all this, you know, and then.
Hey, it's still I've seen the guy walking around town.
Oh, yeah. Hey, yes. we can talk. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about what was his name. Remember that guy that used to? He's dead now.
Bob
isn't he?
Eastridge. Yeah, I think Easter.
Wasn't that his name?
Easter Day. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. He was a
Elvis impersonator,
and he was an Elvis.
He was Elvis.
He was Elvis.
He was Elvis.
Well, I mean, he wasn't just like on the weekends, you know, or it was
Yeah.
Elvis.
He performed as
Yeah,
Elvis.
but he was Elvis in Walmart. He was Elvis in the grocery store. He was Elvis at the gas station.
Now, we're talking about 70s Elvis, jumpsuit type Elvis.
Yes, but he was always Elvis. Like, if you saw him, like I said, you saw him anywhere, he was Elvis. Like, there wasn't, you know what I mean? Like, he wasn't just playing, guys dress up like Santa Claus or whatever. Yeah, I mean, he talked like he was, heck, he drove a car around, all
Pink
that
Cadillac
stuff.
and everything.
And they buried him in Elvis outfit. I'm pretty sure.
I'm guessing I wasn't around.
But I remember him as a kid. That's what I'm saying. Like, our town had that kind of stuff. We had women with. Hey, listen, we had women with mustaches.
Oh yeah,
remember that? And it was numb.
I remember Wan.
Yeah, and no, it wasn't. It was like it was normal. I say it was normal, but it was
you
just
missed them. Well,
they were awesome, man.
It made you do something, and that's the entertainment you had. You didn't have to sit here and say, "Well, here's on my phone. This is this," or "Hey, I'm gonna sit here and do this." No,
like I truly believe that people at Walmart.com, that thing, they ain't got shit on Pale Indian.
Well, hey, our parents get tired of us watching TV. You guys gotta get out and do something. You guys gotta get out and do something. This is.
Sat on your porch in Orange County, man. When I lived at Josh's down there on Sandy Hook, because we were so close to
apartments.
Yeah, entertainment all summer long. I mean, and I'll never forget this. I was living there, and Josh had left. He went to stay with his sister, and I hear this. Oh hell! Let go of me! Get the hell off of me! No, go! Oh, you stupid bitch! You stupid whore! And I'm like, what?
Was that Dave?
I look out there. No, and there's a woman. She's tripping, crackhead, laying in those bushes out there. And if I told you who it was, you know who it was. But anyway, yeah, she just was laying out there having a trip. I grabbed a baseball bat when I heard it. Like,
swinging at her?
Oh God! And I was like.
She went ever swinging at her.
No, I didn't.
Knock the demons out.
No, I thought somebody was hit. I thought somebody was raping her, man. I go out there and I was like, oh, hell, she's just having a trip, And I told Josh, I was like, what the hell you got going on over here, man, But, yeah, dude, I told Dave the other day, because, he lived down there. I said, bud, if I lived where you was, I wouldn't have no cable. I'd have a lawn chair and a nice iced tea. And I'd be sitting in that thing watching everything going on down here. If I was a single man, I'd live down there in those apartments just to watch the action. Because them cops are down there every night.
Oh yeah. It's apartment complexes like that. They amaze me, man. Just how.
I mean, it's like Friday. When Smokey and
Smokey.
And what's his name?
Craig or Debo?
Yeah. But yeah, when they just sit out there on the porch watching everything.
Craig and
going
Smokey,
on. Yeah. Ice Cube, baby. Yeah.
Ice Cube, buddy. Man, I tell you, yeah, you're missing those people. You don't get people even just. Yeah, you get those people who used to hang around the square too. Not like how we was talking about hanging out, but you'd see them walking around the square. You don't see anybody anymore.
Yeah, I mean, it's just. I told somebody, I had considered going to school and learning for animation, the computer part of it all. Because if I made a cartoon with all the stories of the crazy stuff, the people in my life, just even, God, like, they got the whole Family Guys and all. That ain't got shit on. And even the Simpsons ain't got shit on the stuff that the people.
Oh, heck no.
Characters and stuff. I watch that stuff. I'm like, that ain't got nothing to do.
Well, the characters write themselves. I mean, the other day, I was on the square for this open house thing, and a guy said, "Oh, I can't move my back's out, my feet's out, or my legs out, whatever." And we walked from the south side, bottom side of the square, up to the Dubs. He said, "I can't go anymore." He almost beat us up there. I said, I was like, I thought your back and legs were out. I thought you couldn't move.
Yeah, that's
how he beat us up here.
It sounds like an Eddie Yop story to me.
There you go. Come on, let's hear it.
I tell you, I ain't been able to move for a month. And then all of a sudden he's in the wrestling. He's like, I took 14 chairs. And he's proud of himself, like these guys.
He see me over last summer. He said, "I'll make my big comeback." Yeah, you gonna be there? I was like, "I'll be there." I mean, if you're gonna make a big comeback, I never will have that big comeback. But
Bud, when I found that autograph picture that I had of him, I cried because I was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe I had this. I didn't know I had this." Oh man. But like all that stuff, these people like that in our town,
got me
like
thinking about that.
But
yeah, man.
Yeah. When he'd have his head to the side, I tell you what he had right there, and yeah, you're like, oh my gosh, but just all the people in our area, it's you don't need television. Like, I mean,
No,
there is
right
enough.
yourself, man.
Oh yeah, just let them live, or growing up around them, and how about that? I always think about the chicken when we was kids that used to be in the family.
Oh yeah.
I would listen. If anybody knows, I'd pay good money to get my hands on that machine.
That's the thing you would notice going in there, because you'd hear it.
Yeah,
because it had some kind of music, but even if it wasn't playing, I think it was like a chicken sound. But
hell, that thing didn't work for many years.
Well,
it still was in there.
no.
It had cobwebs and everything.
And the cheap part about it is you'd win something. It'd be one of them little cheap plastic ring, like
yeah.
I mean, you wouldn't win anything, but just hear sound.
You know what? Speaking of that, my daughter just mentioned to me. She goes, "Dad, did you know that the push pops now they put a spring in there?" I said, "What?" She goes, "Yeah, there's a spring in there that holds the sucker up there." So you and I go, "Well, that takes all the fun out of it." She goes, "Yeah, I know. Now your finger ain't all sticky. That was the whole good part, so you could suck on your finger afterwards." She goes, "You get to suck on your finger afterwards."
Well, yeah. And speaking of those, that's where you met people too. Like you get cold winter, not fall, winter time. You go there and you'd see people. Because certain people shopped at certain places. You met certain people at certain places, and that's how you got around to know people.
Or people worked at those certain places. Like, the old JC food store,
That old cart and everything.
That cart that was freaking way up like that. Dude, I remember me and my brother getting our asses beat because we opened up peanuts and put them in our mouth, and my mom beat the hell out of us.
I forgot all about that too. Yeah, I remember that. Because we would grab some too. I mean, take some too. I just forgot about that until you said, "Man." Not saying that I had an uncle or cousin who used to do it to inspired me to do it, but
yeah,
I forgot all about that. Now you can go to Royal King or something like that and get free popcorn. I mean, back then you said, "Eh."
Yeah, but see, I remember that when I was a kid. The Benders had the free popcorn.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I forgot about that.
And I remember
too.
being a kid. That's actually, a lot of people don't know this, but that's one of the reasons I wanted to be a carpenter when I was little. Was I'm gonna be a carpenter because every morning I come in here and get free popcorn. You know what I mean? Like, I thought that was it, man. I'm gonna build houses for a living so I can have free popcorn in the morning.
Oh yeah, I mean, you just walk in there.
Yeah.
Well, it'd make you mad when they didn't have no popcorn. You had to wait for it to get made.
You would too.
Hell yeah, I would.
I didn't get it. I didn't have time for that. My dad wasn't gonna do that. He was like, "Let's go, let's go."
My dad's like, "By God, there ain't no popcorn in there. I'm gonna get my popcorn."
Yeah.
I mean, that's.
Yeah, well, that makes sense. Philip would be that way. I can see him now.
He would.
Excuse me.
If it's popping, if it's popping or that guy's over there, you're gonna wait till that starts popping. You're gonna get you some popcorn. That's why you wait. Now you wait for that stuff.
Yeah.
Now, if there's still a little left in there, well, you're gonna get what you get and go out of here. But if it's popping, we're gonna wait there.
Man, you're right though, man. I can see him too.
Oh yeah.
Excuse me, ma'am. This popcorn machine needs to be
man,
refilled.
I wish you'd have went to auctions with us, man. When I was a kid. My God, almost without.
Hold on, we're at 30. Let's try another one.